Okay, today we discuss organizational management and what components actually go into organizational management and what are the concepts. So, organizational management and structure in SAP HCM basically analyzes how structures are formed. Every company is different from the other company, even if the industry is same, because of the layout of their units, of their organizational structure. And SAP HCM consultant is actually primarily uh, made responsible, has the task to manage the structure in SAP. So the best way to learn and unlearn organizational management is reverse engineering. And this is what we are going to see. So what actually comes in organizational structure are units. Units means departments, people, their jobs, and how jobs are done, the positions, everything. And every department person is interrelated to each other. Every job is related to another department and position. So we will actually look how organizational structure is laid out and configured in SAP. We've already seen the plan version code, how it is implemented. Okay. And we will see how to configure units, the related jobs, plus the positions, because jobs and positions are interrelated. Jobs basically describe and define the positions, and positions are occupied by persons. And persons, their work, and their job, their duties are basically costed, and that actually leads to running the payroll and calculating the payroll. So, positions are occupied by persons, and their work is actually costed and budgeted through cost centers. Okay. And jobs basically define how positions have to be run and executed. A unit, basically, it's a department, and under the department, there can be subunits. Okay, as we can see from here, human resources will have its own subset of departments. Finance will have its own. So, if you look at organizational units from SAP perspective, it's pretty simple. And if you have to access this, human resources, organizational management, expert mode, organizational unit. Anyways, it's slow, so we'll go ahead and complete our presentation first. So jobs, as I told you, actually, a job is a JD, a static representation and explanation of what a job has to be done. And that job is basically explaining how the positions will be executed. So a job is basically a document, a documented SOP for any position. So the job is of a manager. So manager will be working in various departments like purchasing, sales, HR. These departments will have their own managers, and top line responsibilities will be outlined in a job. Okay. So, and the position basically that is occupied by a person, like a manager purchasing, manager sales, and these are specific. Every department will have its own specific standard, okay, SOPs, and those positions and SOPs will be executed by people, by persons. Cost center, as I told you, cost center will cost the operations and the execution of the jobs, the positions held by people, okay, and it will then contribute to the payroll, taxation, EOBI, and other finance related, remuneration, salary related, payouts related operations. Persons, as in persons, are physical persons, and physical persons are also maintained as units because they hold positions and they execute the positions. So a person and the details will be maintained in SAP. So the staffing and organizational management in SAP is part of HCM consultants area of responsibility. Okay, we'll see how it is laid out. And based on the combination of jobs, positions, and relationships, we actually map out the whole structure of a company, of the department, of the area, okay, of the subset, of the subunits, okay. And as we can see from this infographic, a person is basically occupying a position which is being posted at the cost center, and that position is being described by a job, okay, and a job is also describing the SOPs, the task that is describing the level of this position, and the position also describes how a task will be executed. Work center is basically coming from production planning module, and work centers basically are machines that people will operate on the factory floor. So that will also require a person to work on that, and that will be possible as well. So it is interrelated. So over here, the relationships are bottom up or top down. If it is top down, so this object or organizational unit will get reported by these objects or subunits or positions, okay? Or this can be a job, and it is basically describing how these positions will be executed. Bottom up is basically reporting to this higher unit. It can be finance department, can be any subunit or major department like HR or marketing, whatever. Okay, so there are two types of relationship: top down, bottom up. A03 and B03 will see this in SAP. So the structure that we will create in SAP will outline the departments, the jobs, the positions, and the reporting line, the reporting structure, everything will be established. Okay. As we can see from here, this is the organizational unit. And to this, personnel are reporting and the departments are reporting. Okay. So in advertising structure in a company, it is being laid out by different various departments like marketing and operations. And under the marketing, of course, there will be units or there will be positions. And positions will be held by persons. And those positions will be costed by cost center. And jobs will describe and explain how these jobs will be executed. Okay, and we'll see how we can make this. And the layout will also be discussed ahead. We will maintain these units, these persons, jobs, positions, units. We can create them, change them, display them, and so on. We can also delete them, deactivate them as well. Okay. So, speaking of SAP organizational unit, let's pick up anything from here. Okay, we'll pick up Walmart right now. Okay, enter, and it has these info types. Now, what are info types? These are the heart and soul of HCM. It has maintained some relationships. We'll go and just display what is maintained in relationships. Now, relationship is basically, now this Walmart is the line supervisor of, now this is the relationship link B02, line supervisor of HR department of Walmart. Okay. So this is at the top and it is supervising HR department. Okay. And if I have to see other, let's say, HR department or finance department, Walmart. This is finance department of Walmart. And over here, it is not B02, but A02. It reports to, Walmart. Okay. Finance department reports to Walmart. Okay. This is how you will set up relationships. Okay. And let's find out some of the, this was PO10. I will go to PO03. Now, PO03 is maintain a job. A job is what describes a position. Okay. So let's find out. HR executives and manager, Walmart. Enter. Object is there. Display what is maintained. Okay, now this basically is explaining 01C. This is the number of that job, manager Walmart. Okay, and it is explaining what this will be. Object description. Object description is not there, so we'll just go back. PO03. Okay. Because description is still not maintained, so we'll have to maintain it. We'll do that later. PO13. We've seen PO03. Now we'll see PO13. Oh, PO13. It is position. A position is held by person. Okay. A position is held by a person. Let's say Walmart HR manager. HR manager. Enter. And we have relationships maintained. So we'll just display its info type. Info types are the heart and soul of HCM. Okay. Now, HR manager belongs to the HR department, A03. Okay. What is 03? Now, these are relationship types. Now, these are relationship types. It belongs to which department? This department. What is 03? Now, 03 is belongs to 012 is managers responsible for cost plan, supported by responsible financing. Now, these are relationships, basically. This is how you actually maintain interlinking of your units, subunits, positions, jobs, and persons, right? This is how you actually maintain it in HCM. So, today's session was just this to see how we can maintain relationships between departments and people, and how it is possible to run organizations based on these relationships, and how we can Work center again, this is something we'll see in production planning. It's not related, but today's lecture was PO10, job and position.